2018 executive budget.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. The 2018 executive budget is contained in this document for your review and approval in compliance with NJSA 40:41A-1 its sequel, the optional county charter law. This year's executive budget and my final as county manager brings more good news for Union County, as our prudent financial practices and fiscal efficiencies, coupled with Union County's economic boom, continue to pay off. This rising tide of economic success was most dramatically witnessed in another major increase in our rateable rates, this year by 3.26% or $2.2 billion in new valuation over 2017. This is the largest amount since 2007 and our fourth annual increase. The strong real estate market also resulted in the highest growth in 12 years from fees realized through the county clerk's office, which totaled $44.29 million. As noted last year, and certainly worth mentioning again, the strong revenue surge in our financial practices have resulted in Union County achieving a AAA bond rating from Moody's, the highest attainable. Moody's noted the county's conservative budgeting practices in contrast to the state of New Jersey, which had witnessed a record number of downgrades, 10, under the previous governor. Another example of fiscal prudence, we were able to cut costs in our corrections department, reducing overtime by $1 million through our continued focus on efficiencies at the jail. Over the past 2 years, we have now reduced overtime by a total of $1.8 million, and over the same span by about 35,000 hours. Another area cited by Moody's was the county's management of its debt. The county's net debt expressed as a percentage of the equalized valuation basis is 0.876 of the equalized value, another reduction year over year, and far less than the maximum 2% permitted by the state. Overall, this year's executive budget is $489 million. The executive budget meets the state cap and would increase property taxes by 2.45% over last year, the lowest in nearly 20 years. This is being achieved while actually increasing the number of programs and services being provided by the county. Following through on an initiative announced by Faella Chairman Granados, the Fiscal Efficiency Task Force will work to find additional cost savings. The task force will be up and running as we continue to examine the budget prior to adoption, along with the work of the Freeholder Fiscal Committee. On the expenditure side, this year's executive budget continues to cover important services that contribute to Union County's outstanding quality of life. Funding the first full year of operations at the new family court complex on Cherry Street, which required additional county staff. Providing an increase for both Union County College and Union County Vocational Technical Schools. Funding the construction of turf fields at Ponderosa Park in Scotch Plains, the construction of a new multi-purpose field at Wheeler Park in Linden, Madison Park in Rollway, improvements at the Loop Playground in Mountainside, and funding for the new golf clubhouse at the Ashbrook Golf Course in Scotch Plains. Funding the continuation of the Municipal Infrastructure Grant Program, the Kids Dig In Garden Grant Program, and the Union County Means Green Community Gardens Program. Adding $500,000 in funds for Level the Playing Field Grant Program, another example of a first, as Union County will become the first county in the state and perhaps the nation to have every municipality create an inclusive playground. Funding We Are One New Jersey Advocacy and Naturalization Center for Immigrants and Immigrant Services in the amount of $295,000. While many of Chairman Granados' moving Union County forward initiatives are added at little or no expense, they are included in the budget. Some of those highlights include the state's first ever Office of LGBTQ Services and the state's first ever Office for People with Special Needs, the Office of Community Engagement and Diversity, designed to spur volunteerism and charitable giving, the expansion of Sheriff Corvelli's Project Lifesaver program for seniors and those with disabilities, the opening of a new sensory-friendly trail at the Watch Hunt Reservation in Mountainside, the county's first such facility, the continuation of UC Hero, which has helped so many veterans. This year will bring new job fairs and exploration of ways to diminish the PTSD epidemic. As a whole, the County Freeholder Board will continue to expand on the successful job fairs and employment training it is sponsored for all residents, for the Union County Workforce Development Board. Creation of the Union County Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math Grant Program, known as UC STEM. Under this program, funding will be available for STEM-related enrichment in our elementary and middle schools. New state-funded Union County recycling initiatives or programs that encourage recycling among our municipal partners and recycling supplies for schools and seniors. These programs will be funded through state recycling grants. Also, the county will partner with Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in New Jersey and offer a gun buyback program in cooperation with the county police, prosecutor's office, and sheriff's office. The county police will partner with local police departments and Board of Education to provide additional public safety services for our school students. And finally, the expansion of our very successful prisoner reentry programs that give a second chance for those who seek it. I would like to thank the Freeholder Board, our team of directors, our Union County family, and all the residents of Union County for their support through my years as Union County Chairman in helping to make Union County one of the finest places to live, work, and raise a family. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.